Last week, our friend Jason hosted the Minnesota Tesla Owners Group at the Egan condo garages for a quarterly meetup. A question came up online for best tips for new EV owners, so I cornered a few folks to get their tips and favorite things they like about their cars. Nice to see a Bright Drop van and a Hummer EV at the event too. Jeff from Ice Road Tesla's fame is going to kick it off for us.
Well, welcome everybody here. If you've never been here before, it's the Egan garages, and Brian wanted me to give some information on maybe some of you new Tesla owners. But first of all, just get out and drive. Just try it. There's one over here right now. Compliments of what? What do you think? Maplewood? Dan's one of the salespeople there. Just go on down and say, I want to give her a drive. But they're super easy to drive. No different than any other car, other than you just get in and go, right? No key, nothing. My favorite part is when you get in the car and you put your foot on the brake and decide where you want to go, you just go. And then, of course, I love the regenerative braking, or what they call the one-pedal driving. I love that. You'll get used to it after a while. You don't use any brakes. You just come up to the stop sign and it stops. And then I love how the car just stays in the lane. It's got all kinds of driving features. Now, if you opt into stuff like full self-driving and the beta, it'll even drive itself for you. But for beginners, you'll be amazed how easy it is to drive the car. It becomes second nature. Feel free to just go on to the Tesla Club here in Minneapolis and on Facebook, or watch some of Brian's videos. You get tons and tons of information. My name's Jeff Reinecke, and I drive a 2020 Model 3 Performance just because I love small little things that go fast.
My name is Jesse Holmes. I have been driving electric since 2014. I drove a Chevy Volt, which was a mix of a gas and an electric car, and that was kind of my gateway into driving electric. The thing that concerned me the most when I first started driving electric was range, and that I think is everyone's concern. And after driving it for a while, the thing that I realized was I had more range anxiety with a gas car than I ever did with an electric car. The reason for that was I would always be annoyed by having to stop at the gas station when you're out and about or you're trying to get to work. So you always roll in there on fumes. With an electric car, you just always have a full tank because your gas station is in your garage. And that was the big thing for me that changed my mind about driving electric. Beyond that, it's instant power, you have full control, it's a lot of fun, and they're extremely safe vehicles. That's the thing that kind of sold me on the whole electric vehicle thing. So since owning an electric car, I've had other friends and family drive the electric car as well. The first thing that they notice is the immediate response that the car gives you when you're trying to do anything in traffic, when you're trying to respond to something, when you're trying to go from a stop or you're trying to brake. You just have immediate control of an electric car. When they go back to a gas vehicle, the most recent comment that I've heard is, well, I don't really want to drive my old car again because I feel like I'm driving through mud. And that's a big kind of an accuracy of how it feels to drive an electric car. It's just instant power, and not that anyone needs power, but it's nice to be able to just go when you want to go or move when you need to move. And that's kind of a big plus of driving an electric vehicle.
I'm Todd Holter. I drive a 2022 Tesla Model Y. For advice for first-time owners, I would recommend use the app PlugShare to find where chargers are. If you're kind of out of the woods and stuff like that, to find where the chargers are. And I would recommend a better route planner. The reason why that's nice is, let's say if you're going on a vacation someplace, and the next day you want to know how much charge you need for the next day to go on a trip. You can actually adjust what the percentage is, and you can say, hey, I need to leave with 70%, and I can do this drive and come back to the charger, and I'll be fine. One of my favorite features I like with the Tesla is, with the electric vehicles, is regenerative braking, because it's actually more sensitive than ABS braking, because when I let off the accelerator, I can fine-tune exactly how much regen. I can feel when the tires start to slip when it's winter weather and stuff like that, and I can actually adjust it exactly what I need for slowing down.
My name is Gail, and I am a Tesla owner. I've had a Tesla for 6 years. We started with a Model 3. We still have it, and then we've added a Model Y. My advice to new Tesla owners would be watch some manual videos about the vehicle would be really helpful, but it is just a car. So as long as you have your charging in order, it's very fun to drive. The videos are loaded into the car. The manual is all there, so you can just pull that right up on the screen and watch the videos if you have any questions. And you can even search the manual if you have a certain how to add your phone as a key or something. You type that in and it'll bring it right up, and there's step-by-step instructions on how to do that in the car. Really convenient in the winter or summer for heating or cooling your car. I love, in the winter, if I'm running errands, I keep the climate on. That's an option, and come back to the car and it's nice and warm for me. Does not take a lot of energy for that to happen. It's been a great car. We would never go back to a gasoline car. We love electric, and everything we have at our house, solar, electric tools, and an electric snowblower. The only thing we don't have yet is an electric lawnmower, which we plan on doing here maybe this summer. So it's been great.
My name is Tinho. I drive a Model S. Well, I would think that join a Minnesota Tesla Club and come to one of our meetings because, we have a lot of knowledgeable people and we can exchange ideas.
My name's Mike. I drive a 2018 silver Model 3 with about 92,000 miles on it. As soon as basically the long ranges came out, I got one. I've ordered one, and they basically stopped making the long range silver ones that month, which is why I still have one, and it's been great. No major problems. For tips, definitely get the mud flaps because that's an issue, especially in Minnesota. I live on an unpaved road, so it would have been an issue. And definitely for me also the all season carpets, because they're the fabric ones don't last. Let me put it that way. I originally got the ones from Tesla. They were not tall enough at the edges for the amount of snow we get here in Minnesota. So I actually needed some fancier ones. Then there are some great ones on Amazon. That's about it. That's all I got.
Thanks to everyone who shared their tips. I'll quickly add one of my favorite features, Pin to Drive. Like Jeff said, the beauty of most EVs is you can just hop in, put your foot on the brake, and put it in gear, and it's ready to go. No turning it on and letting it warm up, but if you have kids, you don't want it to be quite that easy, so you set up Pin to Drive. A keypad comes up on the screen before you can put it in gear, so my daughter can play in here with no worries. The keypad also moves around each time, so your finger marks are never in the same spot. Look for more events and road trips coming soon. Thanks again to the folks who participated today. Share your tips or questions in the comments below. Have a great day and happy road tripping.
Good enough. I'm famous now again.